Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to be shoot positioning down in the vineyard. But first I got to get finished with this watering, and I'm weeding today as well and petting this naughty cat so she'll leave me alone. See, I got a ton of weeds all through the back end of these flowers here, and I've been weeding as I've been watering, so this is going to take a while. I'm guessing I won't get done with the weeding and watering till right about lunchtime, so I'll go have lunch and then I'll get down and shoot position down in the vineyard. I also fertilized all of these plants in the decrepit garden. Well, not really fertilized. I added some CalMag, which is this stuff right here. Getting a tiny bit of yellow on leaves on the cucumbers, so a little bit of CalMag and they'll be just fine. Yesterday I did 4 watering cans, which would be 6 gallons. Yeah, 6 gallons of what used to be Miracid, but now it's azalea, camellia, and rhododendron food. I need to bring up the acid and fertilize that plant. It's looking pretty sickly. Long term, I need to add some ammonium sulfate and get the pH of that soil down to about 5. I believe it's a bit too high right now. So I'm not sure what I'll film of this, but like I said, I gotta do a lot of weeding and watering. Ducks are mad at me. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there's a ton of the annual wildflowers that are up in the ditch. Oh, great, and there's not going to be anywhere I point. Ah, there they are. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. 7. You only need one every 8 inches or so. Yeah, you can see a ton of them. These are all my annual wildflowers here. So it's going to be 90 some degrees today. So I got to get this stuff watered. I have to water it 4 times a day. And then we're going to have a possible 6 days in a row of rain. So that should be it for watering. So today might be the last day. But 6 days of rain would have every single weed in here about 8-10 inches tall. So I really gotta water and weed today. And then down in the vineyard, I could spray today, but it's really windy and it's getting windier by the minute. It's going to be a lot like yesterday. If you saw the video when I was putting those buckets out, we were having dust whipping up off of the road and stuff. It was about 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it's going to be the same today. So by the time I got down there, it would be too windy. So there's going to be a gap in the rain in 2 days. I'm going to shoot for that, try to spray down there at that point. But before that, any gaps in the rain and later today, I want to shoot position and get all of them shoots down to the wire. That way it'll be so much easier to spray when I get to it. Okay, I'm going to continue watering and weeding, and I'll get back with you in a minute. Alright, I'm at the very end of the planted area of the ditch garden. The grasses are looking super nice right in here, and the tall things right there are pale purple coneflowers. Those look awesome in there as well. So I've been weeding and watering and weeding, and I'm finally at the end. So I'm going to water my way back and then go have lunch. But right up there, I'm going to show you all the stuff that's coming up, all the annual wildflowers along the ditch side. All right, that's it for the morning. I watered down while weeding and watered back up again and did a little weeding on that trip as well. I also moved the mulch away from the base of the grasses so they don't get rotten. You see if I can show you. All right, here they are. There's a whole lot of the annual grasses here. That's probably a weed, but that's one. That's probably a weed. There's one there. So I'll get back in here again and weed this a little better once the annual wildflowers are more evident. But you can see them all over the place. And these right here are really hard to not pluck out when you're weeding. But once they get a little bigger, you can identify them real easy. There's another one. I'm not sure what it is. You know, this is a grass. This is a grass, and when you're going around yanking these out and you come across one of these, where'd it go? And you come across one like that, that's not a grass. That is a wildflower. Same with that one right there. Most of them still have a seed on the end of them because they just came up. So I'm expecting a ton of these to come up today. They're all over the place. Then tonight it's going to rain, and it's going to rain on and off for about a week. So this garden's going to get massive real quick. So like I said earlier, I'm going to go have lunch, and then I'm going to come back out and start watering at that end. Oh, I still have one more garden over there to water. But I'll start watering at this end, work my way down to that end. But this time I'm going to jump into the vineyard and do some shoot positioning until it's dark probably. That'll make it a lot easier to spray, and if the weather forecast is right, I'll be spraying in 2 days. So the sooner I get that done, the better. All right, time for lunch. I'm back from lunch and watering again. Yeah, it got fairly dry over here, but not 100%. I'll be really glad when the rain gets these things going enough so I don't have to do this anymore. This is a whole hell of a lot of watering. But anyways, Natalie is down in the vineyard right now mowing, and she's using the last few drops of gas. So we need to go out and fill up 3 containers full of gas. I'm trying to block the wind here. I have a windscreen on the mic, but it gets so windy up here on the ridge that that doesn't work sometimes. So we got to go get all 3 containers filled with gas. And what else did I have to? Oh, and I have to pull the black truck, the Ford truck. I have to pull it out from where it is enough so that I can get the red Ford truck in there and jump it. We've had problems with both the Jeep and the black truck with batteries. And with the Jeep, I think it's a short circuit in the mechanism, the locking mechanism in the back. You'll hear it going click, 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 click. So I disconnected, ran that, got the battery all charged up, and then disconnected the battery yesterday. And now I'm going to connect it up again tomorrow, and if it starts, then I know what it is and I can fix it. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with the truck. With the truck, it might just be the battery. The battery is from 2013, so the battery's old, and it might just be shot. So we'll mess around with that too. I should be able to get it started and drive it around, and we'll do the same thing. See if, once it's charged, see if it's draining somewhere else. The problem is that it wouldn't start, and it might actually be the starter. I've had problems with the starter before too, so I got to get these things diagnosed, but at a minimum I need both of them vehicles off that pad because my sister is coming and she's going to park her camper there. So I got that to do today too, and like I said, it's going to rain for the next maybe 6 days, who knows, so I got to get that done tonight. So I'm not exactly sure how much time I'll get in the vineyard, if any, but we'll see. Hello, horses. Oh, that's so cute. It's like a little family. Did you get it in there?
Huh?
Did you get it in there?
Yeah.
Got to make sure you don't lose they made them rubber gaskets on them things so crappy that they just fall right out. So, are these all 6s?
Yeah.
All right. No, this is 5. 2 5s and a 6. So we got to go get 16 gallons of gas, and hopefully it's $2 a gallon still. All right, which car? We'll take the minivan, I guess. Taking a back way to go get gas, because the normal place we get gas is across the river and the bridge is closed. They're working on the bridge. So Natalie and I are taking a back way. We're about halfway down a hill right now. We've gone up and down twice now. Went through one big valley. You can see the hill going up again in front of us. But I just wanted to show you what's at the bottom of this hill. Unfortunately, the camera didn't turn on in time, but like every other hill around here, the roads have a quarry along the road coming down. And they used to use the quarries just to make the gravel for the road. But now some of them are paved. Some old buildings. Very old farms around here. All right, here's another vineyard. When I first started my vineyard, we came here to talk to this guy about his vineyard. And I don't know, I think his is a little bigger than ours still, but not for long. All right, we got to go up this valley and then hang a right along the river and get the gas, and then we'll be back into the hills again. There's the fishing shack. What is that called?
Fishing barge.
Fishing barge. And it comes over to this side and picks you up?
No, a ferry comes and picks, like not an actual ferry, just a little boat, and you park across the street here.
Yeah, people park right here, and then they go down. There's a landing down there right by the dam, and some days there's just massive amounts of boats out there fishing right below the dam. This is, of course, the Mississippi River. All right, Natalie and I were just talking about this. There's a quarry like this on pretty much every road going up and down the hills, and all of them lately they've blasted, and they have machines that come and grind the stuff down into gravel. All of them have been making gravel lately, and we were wondering why it was earlier, but then it just dawned on us. They're redoing the entire road along the river down there, and we just saw all different trucks from all different quarries. This is just a tiny little one. Some of them are a good deal bigger than this, and they all have portable machinery like this. The explosive guys come in and blast, then they come with all this portable machinery and grind it up into whatever they need, and then they leave and go to the next quarry. Kind of cool. Is it super cool or just kind of cool? All right, this is, I believe this hill right here is over 700 feet tall. Not super tall, but
I can check how tall it is.
it's tall enough.
993.
993, yeah. This is
Or not 993, 983, excuse me.
983, so almost 1,000 feet tall. And like every other road, it leads right into a farmyard. Pretty much every road that goes up these hills goes right into a farmyard because it used to be a gravel road that just serviced the farm, or a few farms at the top. Alright, we should get a pretty good view right here. That's the river valley right there, Mississippi River Valley, and Star Valley is right over here. We are 2 ridges that way. Oh, there's a tractor coming with a car stuck behind it. Yeah, we are 2 ridges that way. Oh, yeah, there's the farm. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it or not, but that's the farm right at the end of our road. All right, I better get going. Coming back down into Star Valley on the other side. I would hate to have to come down this hill in the winter, but they're all like this, so you gotta do what you gotta do. This place fell down, probably 8-9 years ago. But it was the coolest tiny little barn and a wood top silo. It's still got a pulley hanging up in there. And now it's just a pumpkin patch. Yeah, there was a little farmhouse here too, but I believe that was on this next road. Yes, it was. The farmhouse was right there. Beautiful little valley. This is an organic farm right up here. Well, this is all part of it as well.
Oh, look at the cows.
Yeah, I got the cattle in the creek. It's actually against the law, but oh well. If you follow this valley all the way up to the top up there, way to the end, that's where Natalie took her horse lessons when she was little. Now she's giving lessons. She started her own business and she's got customers already. It's pretty cool. This road here used to go through and then it went up the hill, and the road was so steep that they just took it out. There were so many accidents, they took the road out. So now it just goes around the curve and up this way. But you used to be able to go up to the top of the hill that way. Not anymore. And we're heading up the hill again. This ridge is, I'm pretty sure it's only 600-700 feet high, at least right at the top here. Oh, this is great. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. All the gravel trucks. I don't think there's an actual quarry on this hill though, is there? No, there isn't. just the power lines. All right, coming to the top. And this is the farm that the Hills named for. Got their old car out there in the woods. They sell firewood these days. I don't know if they even own their farmland. This is another organic farm right here. And the lighter green down there, which is, it looks like it's grass, that's all reclaimed land. They've been working on that for a couple years now. And where is it? There's our ridge right over there. Lots of pretty little farms around here. Some are in a sad state of disrepair, but yeah, a lot of them are going to lose their barns pretty soon. Got leaky roofs.
Investigate.
Yeah, you're a good driver, honey. See if we can see him. Oh, there he is. He's up on the hill.
He already did the backfield. That's
Yeah, he already did the backfield. This is the farm that we used to get our hay from. And we are just over that rise on the next rise. All right, that was a trip to the gas station. And it's on the other side of 4 ridges down. You could see 1, 2, 3, and then that little peak way at the back. That's where we were driving, and we saw that tractor and stuff. That's where we came from. Okay, now I got to get this black truck out of here, so I'm gonna have to pull it back with the gator so I can jump it. Okay, I got this buried Ooh, it's real close to the axles. I'm gonna have to drive out of here, get these holes filled in again. I'm out of the little ditch that I was in over here. I got her about a foot. I just put this in park, and now I'm gonna have to do it again, get it hooked up, get it tensioned, take it out of park, and then do it again. I could use the big truck, but it's out of that ditch. It should pull now. It's not that heavy of a truck. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, that wasn't too bad. Let's see if I got enough slack here. No, not to do it with one hand. Just got to rake up my gravel a bit. Here was the problem. I was kind of off the edge of the gravel here and sunk down, I don't know, maybe it's 2 inches, but then big rocks right behind the tire, so it was kind of pushing up against there, and it had divots here as well. Any kind of a divot is going to hold you back, but she's free now. So now I got to try to jump it. It's either the battery or the starter, one or the other, and I'll be able to find out now. So I got to move the red truck up here and jump this thing. All right, so I tried jumping this and it's just going click, 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 and I'm running out of time. So tomorrow, either I'm going to take the battery out of the red truck and put it in here and try to start it. And if that don't work, then it's, probably the battery, I'm guessing. But again, could be the starter. But whatever. Now that I got this moved out of that little ditch that it was in, I can get these tires filled up tomorrow, and we can roll this out of here so my sister can park here in a couple days. But I started to film, and then a white car came down the road, and it was coming real slow, and they were looking at the horses on the way in, and then they slowed down and they were looking at the horses over here as well. The guy looked, kind of old and grizzled, and then they went down to the end and then turned around and came back, and I saw there was an older woman in there, and then they got to the crest of the hill and stopped, and then she got out and walked right up to the fence and was taking pictures. The horses came up when she came over there, and she was taking pictures of the horses, and then she was backing up and taking pictures as she went. And then she was saying, like, oh, you're so pretty and stuff like that when she was by the fence as well. I don't know, I thought that was kind of odd. Like I said, we rarely get people on this road, but since this COVID's been going on, it's been kind of weird. Well, I hope they're not crazy-ass horse thieves. Probably not. So this day did not turn out the way I wanted it to. I was expecting to get my chute positioning done today, but it just never happened. But at least I got this all set. No matter what, I could even just push this out of here and then roll it down the hill if I needed to. I got to get this out of the way so my sister can park here. So I guess mission accomplished, and you guys got to see kind of part of the way to the next town. So that'll end it for today. Make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.